Listen up, get ready, I'm not gonna take no more. There's a revelation going on in my soul. Buckle up, get ready, we're not gonna sit back. Welcome back to Live from the Heartland. I'm Michael James, and I'm really honored to be able to bring on the show today uh, one of the finest guitar players ever, one and only John Primer. Hello to you, John.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
We're good. One of the things that I heard about you always was that you were Muddy Waters' last guitar player. I'd love to hear about that. I took a photograph of Muddy Waters and James Cotton back in 1962. But I also know that you have a really rich musical history. I mean, you've been in a number of bands. You've been a lead guitar player in bands. You've fronted bands yourself. Why don't you fill us in a little bit about your career, how it got started, and where we're at?
Well, actually, how I got started with Muddies, I was a house band at Teresa Lounge with Junior Wells and all of for about seven years, 7 nights a week. And so I played around down there every night and every time I was down there. How I got down to Teresa was a friend of mine that was living around the corner from me, and then we went down to Junior Wells Club, to the club that Junior Wells was there. I guess he part owner, him, his wife or girlfriend. And so as a young man that played around, played guitar and stuff since we were a kid all down on Maxwell Street. And so we lived around the corner, and I went around the corner to where they were rehearsing there one night. His name's Sam Good. And he took me down. He said, "Hey, man, I know this band need a guitar player down on 39th Street." And I didn't know where he was talking about. And so when we got there with the place that what Junior Wells was there all the time, I mean, I think he part owned the club. So he said, "I know this band that need a guitar player, so I'm going down there tonight. You will go down, take me down there." I had old car look like Beretta, old Chevy stick shift on the collar. He said, you take me down there, man. See, I said, "Okay, cool, man." So him and I got together, and we went down there, and so enough with Junior Wells was there. They had 2 stages, and so when his band was playing called I think their name was the Hot Coke Unlimited or some band, and so and which was John Watkins. And John Watkins was the guitar player with Willie Dixon, but not at the time. He had his own band. And so when I got there, Sam Good told John, said, "Hey, man, I brought this guy down here, John Farmer, to, you said you need a guitar player, so I brought him down here so you can check him out and see if you like him." He said, "Okay." And so he said, we talked a little bit, and he went up and played, and I went up, he called me up, and I played the whole set with him. When they took a break, we came down, and he said, "Hey, man, you sound great, man. I like the way you play." So I tell you something. I got this gig down at a club called Teresa. Never heard of it. All I've been to Teresa Lounge. And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm quitting, so I want you to come down there." And I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I'm tired of that job, with the S Wood. I'm tired of that, and I don't want to curse you. No, it wasn't curse. Just shit. I said, "Y'all see it this way. Y'all ain't gonna, you do it." I'm tired of this shit down there. So I didn't know why. So I tell you what, you meet me down here Sunday. We're gonna be. I'm gonna be rehearsing down there, and so come down there and rehearse with me, And so that Sunday I went down there. I caught the bus and rode down there. I wasn't driving the car then, so I caught the bus and rode and went down there. And so the bus put me off on 49, which Teresa Lounge was on 48th Street in Indiana, South Indiana. So bus dropped. I got off at the wrong stop, and I was afraid because I know during the time it was the game bang was down there, different game banging, and also the Blackstone Rangers. And so when that bus pulled off, I was nervous. I had my guitar, man. I ran. When the bus took off, I took off too. By the time the bus made it to Teresa to there, but he didn't stop there. But by the time he got there, I was there too, running, keeping up with the bus. So now I go inside. I hear John Watkins rehearsing for sure enough. down in the basement, and he was playing this music, whatever year that was. I forgot what year. Play that funky music, white boy. It was in the 70s, 71, 72, 73, some what year it was. So now I walks in there, and there's this old lady sitting at the bar, at the end of the bar, with her apron on and nodding, and like I was sleeping, and a beer can. So right there, I said, she must drink beer. So now I said, hey, excuse me, ma'am. I didn't know her name. I said, John Watkins told me to come down here and rehearse with him today. And he was playing that song. She said, there he is back there, just like that. So I started walking back there, and all of a sudden, a beer can came by me. Shoom! It hit the chairs and things. And when I got back there, John Watkins looked at me and pointed his fingers. I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. And I said to myself, man, why would you want me to work down here and that lady throwing them cans at him and stuff like that? But from then on, I said, well, got to take a chance. And so that Monday, he said, just be here Monday until Junior Wells, I sent you down to play in my place. I said, okay. So that Monday, I went down there, and Junior Wells was showing up. Junior Wells was there. And I was sitting in with Sammy Lawhorn, which was mother guitar player for 15 years in the band. And so when Junior heard me, I guess, then I said, hey, Junior, Don Walker told me to come down here and play in his place, take his place. And Junior looked at me and said, I don't care. And then from then on, I was the house band for 7 years with Junior Wells them down there.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Let me jump in and ask you a question. That first club you were talking about at 39th, what was the name of that? Was that the Blue Flame?
No, I think it's called Peyton Place or something like that.
I remember going to the Blue Flame at 39th and Drexel and seeing Paul Butterfield with some of Howlin' Wolf's guys.
Yeah, I never knew about that one. See, I didn't never go there. I heard of it, but this
Let
club
me
was
ask
on
you, John,
39th.
you came out of Camden, Mississippi.
Yeah.
What was life like there for you, and when did you pick up the guitar, and what brought you to Chicago?
Well, actually, when I learned how to play guitar, because I always wanted to be a guitar player, and I always liked the music. It was just a little kid. I'd be on the floor, and the books come from Alden and Seals. In the book, every magazine come every month and get the book and just turn to the guitars and just stare at the guitar. I had to be about 4 or 5 years old, and at least I think I'm younger than that, but I always admired the guitars, and so I learned how to play at 6 years old. I learned how to play a little guitar because my cousin had one down the road there, and I'd go down there. His dad know how to play guitar, so I went. His last name was Primer too. But I would go down there and practice with him, and his oldest son could play a little bit, and I picked it up from him. And so from then on, I just started playing. About 6 years old, I could play. I wasn't all good, but I could play. I learned how to play, yeah. So I learned how to play guitar during that age, and so when I got about a year or so, maybe 6 years old, my mom, she left and came to Chicago, and so that hurt my feeling too, because she leaving me and my sister, just on the two of us. I'm the oldest, and I cried a lot because she was gone. But all them years, when I got 18 years old, she told me don't cry, because when you get 18 years old, I'll come back old enough, and then I come back down here and get you and your sister. And she did that. Yeah, when I got 18, that's how I made my way to Chicago. She was living in Chicago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's how I made my way to Chicago. And about me listening to all these blues records and the 78s and all the way down from the 78 all the way to the LP and the 45. I listened to all that, and I thought all those blues guys was gone. Muddy Water and all of them was gone. The blues heaven. When I got Chicago, I found they all was still alive back then.
Yeah.
And so, wow, this is the place I want to be. They was all alive, yeah. And so I was happy to know that they were still alive, because I studied all their music. They had from then on. I just kept studying their music, Hollywood, all those guys. I studied all music. I didn't just study blues. I played all kind of doo-wop, rock and roll, whatever I heard and I liked all music. And I learned everything that I could, because you never know, a guitar, they gonna need a guitar player, or a rock and roll player, or blues or something. Uh, I can play jazz too. I know how to play it, yeah. If I need to play it, yeah. So
Well,
that's,
you had that long run at Teresa's Lounge with Junior Wells.
yeah.
You played with a lot of other people, though. You
Oh,
played
yeah,
with Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters,
yeah,
Magic Slim. Tell
yeah.
us about some of your favorite experiences playing with other guys before you became a front man in your own band.
Um, well, actually, I always been a front man in the band. I had the first band I was in called the Maintainers, and I was the lead guitar player. And the second band after them guys, they kind of faded out. A few of them passed away, the drummer. And I got with another band called the Brotherhood Band. I was the lead singer in that, the guitar player. So I always been out been a front man with never no problem. And down in Teresa, I was kind of the front man, because Sammy Longhorn would get drunk and then I got to play. But it'd be a lot of famous guys around that's sitting there, always hanging out there, and they always would take over if Sammy got drunk. He helped me out, yeah. I still was playing the rhythm, but they would play the lead. Louis Miles and all them guys would be down there. They was famous guitar players, so I learned from all those guys. And so it was a great experience for me to know this. And Willie Dixon used to come down there to listen and rocking and singing. I asked Sammy, who that big fat man there sitting over there dancing? I'm singing all the Muddy Water Hollywood tune that he wrote. He said, oh, that's Willie Dixon. He worked for Chess Records. Yeah, he's real famous. So from then on, and then he came to ask me to go to 1979 to go down to Mexico City. With him, he needed a guitar player. I think his guitar player was had to quit or something, Mike Joe Young, whoever was the lead guitar. And so, yeah, I said, yeah. He said, I need a guitar player to go to Mexico with me in 1979. I said, yeah. He said, would you be interested to go? I said, yes, sir. He said, you got a passport? I said, no. He said, I'll be at your house tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Take you down there, get your passport. You got the money? I said, no, I don't have much money. I don't make no money. Yeah, I make $15 a night, a weeknight, and $20 a night on set. He said, don't worry about it. You can pay me later. And the passport go by $80 back then. Yeah, in that time. So he picked me up and took me down there. And then after 2 or 3 days to wait, and then we go to Mexico, and all these people was on that show. Muddy Waters, Big Joe Williams, Larry Davis, Coco Taylor, they all was on that show. And so we played, Muddy was the headliner. Willie Dixon played for Muddy. And Muddy Water heard me play, and he asked Willie Dixon, who's that young man up there playing the guitar with you? And Muddy said, oh, that's John Primer. He worked out Teresa Junior Well. And Muddy said, that man know my music. And so when the old band quit 1980, he called Willie and asked, what was I at? And they got in touch with me. They sent the guy down there and asked me if I want to play with Brother Mud, Mojo Buford. And I jumped for joy when he said that, man. Because I dreamed that when I was young in Mississippi that I played in Muddy's band. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
So
that worked out. That's great.
It worked out, yeah. It worked out, yeah. Yeah.
So you got tell me a little bit about this movie that's coming out. I know on the 20th, people can get it online. Is it called Teardrops for Magic Slim?
Yeah, we did a CD live CD at Rosa Lounge, and matter of fact, and then we also did a video too with it. So it's coming out. I'm sure it is. So that CD is called because I played with Magic Slim 13 years, long in the band I ever played with. I never had no problem with a band I played with. Got fired or nothing like that. Willie Dixon, I didn't get fired from Willie Dixon band. I got tired of just playing, and they would let me sing. So I played 6 months with Willie, and I just quit and went back down to Teresa. Yeah. So it was, so that CD is now nominated for Grammy. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. So it's nominated. Yeah, I'm nominated for Grammy Award for my Teardrops Magic Slim album and a tribute to Magic Slim. I hope you will support and Magic Slim and vote for me, for the January the 4th. So you can get a ticket to see the Grammy announcement, the teardrop for Magic Slim live performing at Rosa Lounge. So on December 27th at 8 p.m. So you go to IVEWmusic.com to get your ticket, and so you can see it. Yeah.
Is John McDonald in that band too?
John McDonald, all the teardrops. All the teardrops is in the band, yeah. John McDonald, Earl Howard, Danny O'Connor, Lenny Media, which is my drummer now. And so we all is in that band, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, John's been on the show. I know him. I had a place called the Heartland Cafe back in the day. He
Oh,
played
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
So tell me about your current band. The current band is John Primer and the Real Deal Blues Band, and I know you're going to be at Rosa's Lounge out there on Armitage in Chicago on
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how that band came into being, what you guys have been doing, and what your plans are.
Well, my harmonica player, I've been knowing him, this son of Kerry Bell, the harmonica player, Steve Bell, and Louis Bell brothers too. So Steve been in my band about 30 years. I've been knowing him since he was 6 years old. So he been playing me about 30 years, and great harmonica player. And I changed a lot of like bass player now and then, but I got a bass player who play called Dave Forte. He been with about 3.5 years. And my drummer is Lenny Media, and he also worked in Magic Slim band, played with Magic Slim too. So he been with me 13 years. And me, I use 4 pieces mostly, but sometimes I use a keyboard player too. Sometimes, yeah. But all my music got a harmonica and keyboard player on there, yeah. Mhm.
So you're going to do the New Year's Eve gig out there, right?
I'm doing the New Year gig, yeah, New Year's Eve, yeah, finally. Yeah.
And what are your plans with the band? Are you going on tour? Are you playing around town regularly?
Well, we play a little bit around town. All the clubs that we plays at every once in a while is Rosa Lounge. The most of the club we plays at in town, and a lot of times at Blue Chicago downtown there. And so I plays there. And every once in a while, at Buddy Guy, every blue moon at Kingston Mine, whenever I'm in town. But I travel a lot all out of town. I go for the East Coast, come to the East Coast, and go California, go to Florida, go to Germany, France. I just come from Germany all over there. And last week before last, I was down in Mexico. I did some blues down there. And I got to go back to Florida and California again coming up. But I'm going to London coming up, going to London. So I have a lot of things, places that I've been going. Yeah. I've been all over the world, been everywhere.
John Primer, what is your favorite memory of either a show you played, a concert, or someone you played with?
Well, my memories of someone that I played with was a great show when I was with Muddy, and we played live at the Checkerboard Lounge with Muddy Waters with the Rolling Stone. That was one of my favorite. And I just did another one down in Oxford, in Mississippi, and at Ground Zero. And I was there a couple weeks ago, and I played there, and that was one of my favorite plays. The Ground Zero plays is real nice place, and I guess who showed up with Morgan Freeman was there. And I took pictures with him. I had fun with him, man. He's a great guy. Yeah. Morgan Freeman's a great guy. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I met Morgan. I was working in that movie Chain Reaction, and he was in that. And I
yeah.
remember having a nice talk with him. He was a wonderful guy.
Yeah, man, he is, man. He's something else. Come on, y'all. Come tell me, meet this man. I want to take a picture with them. And he grabbed me. Come on over here, take a picture. He was great.
Well, let me just, we're going to about run out of time. I want to get it straight. So if people want to get some of your music, you got the CD out, John Primer and the Teardrops Tribute to Magic Slim.
Yep.
And you're going to be at Rosa's Lounge with your band, Real Deal Blues Band, on the New Year's Eve this year.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I hope I get to see you sooner or later. I don't know if I'm going out New Year's Eve. I'm pretty old.
Oh well, they don't. We don't get old these days. We get better.
I like that. You're
Yeah,
getting better.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, you looking good, man. You don't look
Well,
that
it's
old.
good to meet you. And I'll when are you? How often are you at Rose's Lounge other than New Year's Eve? You've been playing there regularly, I think.
Yeah, I play there pretty regular. It's like a home base for me, Rosa Lounge, and I play there maybe once or twice a month.
Well,
There.
I'm gonna come out and see you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stay up late and come check you out.
yeah. I hope so, man. Come on by and check it out. I'm playing there Wednesday night with a special with a special guest there. Wednesday night I'm playing with this girl. I can't think of her name, but she got a good like country western band, but she kind of mixes it up with blues and stuff. So
Oh,
they
I like
invite me
that.
to be a guest to play with them. So and they're very good. Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, John Primer, thanks a lot for joining us on Live from the Heartland, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. I got a lot more questions. I got a stepfather was out of Mississippi. Uh,
Hmm.
check out where Camden is in relation to Belmont.
Yeah. All right, man. That's cool. Yeah. So yeah, just hey, all we gotta do is vote for me. See, can I win this Grammy for the Teardrop, Magic Slim Teardrop, best traditional blues album of the year. So I hope I get voted in there and win the Grammy. So
I
keep
hope
my
you do
fingers,
too, my man.
keep my fingers
Okay,
crossed.
thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Y'all have
We'll
a
see you
blessed day
soon.
now.